What is the big difference between dating Korean and Canadian?
One time I dated a Korean girl. Her expectation was I should behave like a K-drama boyfriend.
Is there any interesting episode?
Why did you punch my...
Hello, my name is Ryan. Today we invite really special guest from Canada. First, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Dave. I am from Canada.
Is there any interesting episode while you're staying in Korea?
One time, I finished my workday. I was going home. I took the subway. I was very tired and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to look at anybody. I'm leaning against the bar. Then I can see this man, his coat's a little bit ripped up. I didn't look at him too much, but I could tell maybe he was homeless. He walks past me and then he sat down right beside me. This seat is one of the pink seats.
Pink, yeah, for the pregnant girl.
Pregnant girl,
Yeah.
and is it dedicated to women
Yeah.
or is it just for pregnant women?
Just for pregnant.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so he sat down in this seat.
He said, pregnancy.
Yeah. And so to his left, I believe the woman was kind of yelling at him.
Yeah.
And he was talking to her, she was talking to him. I'm pretty sure they were having like some kind of argument.
Okay.
In this time, I don't really care. I'm not paying attention. But now the next stop is my stop. It's time to get off. So I turn, and as I'm turning, he's here. He looks up at me, and I, for like half a second, I look at him, and that's it. Nothing happens. And then I'm waiting for the door to open.
Yeah.
And so what this guy does, if we imagine that this is kind of like the railing, he was sitting like this, and he then put his hand out like this, and I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
And I look down and I see his hand right in front of my crotch. And I'm wondering, what is he doing? And so then all I'm doing is I'm just kind of watching his hand, and now the door is open.
Yeah.
And with his hand, he then creates like a fist. In the moment, everything felt like it was like slow motion.
Yeah.
I look down, it's a fist,
Yeah.
and as the door is opening, he punches me.
Where?
In the balls, in my, in
Really?
my crotch, yeah.
Really? Like this?
Not like this, it was kind of like he tried to make it look like an accident, but it was not an accident. Because I could see what he was doing, I was watching him, you know? I want to hit this guy, but I also know that I'm not going to hit this guy, that's going to cause problems for me.
Yeah.
And so in the end, I just like stood over him and I started yelling at the guy, "Why did you punch my dick?" And he's kind of like sitting in his chair. "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry." Like this.
Really?
Right? Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It felt like everybody was looking at me. One old woman, she was like mean mugging me. Like she was like, and I was like, I'm not the one who did anything.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
I'm a victim here. I'm like an innocent person. Why would he punch me for no reason?
That's right.
So I wanted to like I wanted to punch him. I did not punch him, but I went in and I like very lightly tapped his face.
Yeah.
But that's all I did. I did not punch him. And you know, all of this happened in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Wow.
All of this was like no, not like 20 seconds. Punch, yell, slap, and then I got off.
Really?
All of this in 20
Yeah.
seconds. That's probably like one of the worst situations that I've
think
had
so,
happen
yeah.
to me. One time I was in Itaewon. I was trying to catch a taxi to go home. So I'm standing outside, I'm with my friends, and there's about 5 of us. And this guy walks by, maybe he's like 35, he looked like, and he comes up to me and he says, "Oh, selka." And I'm like, what is selka?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I guess he meant selfie. And so I guess he wanted to take a picture of me. I was thinking, oh, maybe he thinks I'm handsome, or maybe he's like, he hasn't seen too many foreigners. So I said, oh yeah, sure, let's take a picture together. No problem. So he brings out his phone, he takes the picture, but right as he clicks the button to take the picture, he turns and like, just imagine that this is me.
Yeah.
He is kissing me right on the side of the neck.
Really?
Yeah. His lips were wet. He left like this wet stain on my neck. Technically, I do not know if this is a gay man.
Yeah.
But that action makes me feel that he was like sexually attracted to me. My reaction was, dude, what the like... and I just kind of like pushed him away. And then no punch. Like I don't really punch people because, especially as a foreigner, I have kind of heard stories that if a foreigner gets into a fight with a Korean person, it will likely be less favorable for the foreigner. I don't know if that's true or not. These are only rumors that I've heard from like my friends.
Okay.
This happened to me back in 2015, 16, around there. I was dating a girl who was 5 years older than me. She really liked me. She was good. I thought that me and her had a good relationship, but it wasn't something where like I'm ready to go to the next level. And so just one day she came to my house and she literally was asking to marry me. And she was talking about the potential for marriage. And this was like only 2-3 months into the relationship. Very short. And so I must be doing something right because she must really love me. Then 1 month later, she told me that she's moving to Canada.
Oh my God.
So I'm pretty sure that the reason she wanted to marry me is because she wanted that green card. I'm pretty sure she wanted to get that green card. She wanted to become a citizen of Canada. And we broke up because she went to Canada. But yeah, I was like shocked because this was less than a year living in Korea. And I had already one marriage proposal.
What is the big difference between dating Korean and Canadian?
I personally don't think that there's any difference. However, it is case by case. And so from my perspective, I think that in general, it's really the same thing. But at the same time, like the Korean girls that I have dated, they speak English. They are somewhat influenced by, you know, foreign culture. So maybe that's the reason why I don't feel any big difference. However, one time I dated a Korean girl. She watched a lot of K-dramas. Her expectation was that I should behave like a K-drama boyfriend. She lives 1 hour away from me. And we go out for dinner. She wants me to take her all the way home.
Oh my God.
And then I have to take a taxi back to get home to my house because I have to show my love to her. And if I don't take her home, then that means I don't love her. If a girl is heavily influenced by media, like K-dramas, K-movies, I do think that those guys do exist. But I don't think that that is like what I would consider true love. And I don't think that that type of behavior is necessarily long-lasting or comfortable. I think it's very uncomfortable. And so the girl that I dated back then, she expected me to behave just like a K-drama or K-movie boyfriend. In Canada, I would say one of the big differences, like I wouldn't say that Canadian girls don't have expectations. Of course they have their own expectations. But I would think that like in that kind of scenario, a Canadian girl would say this, okay, take me home, but you can stay at my place. But that is really like the extreme examples. And I think for the most part, girl by girl, I really don't think there's much of a difference.
Anyway, thanks for watching my video. And if you're interested in this video, please subscribe, like, and comment here. Bye-bye.
Bye.